Hello and welcome to another episode of my Edessa Let's Play. So in the last episode, we had our brave Kerbalnauts on our science mission. They managed to do a rescue after a flyby went wrong and the exploratory vessel had run out of fuel. So now what they've done is they've managed to dock with it and they are awaiting their return maneuver, which will take them home. So the Atlas Explorer originally started its life as a science station. And what happened is the rocket that took it into orbit turned out to be way too big. And as a result, I just decided not to jettison the rocket. And now our science station is actually a traveling science station. See it like this. So our next maneuver is going to happen in 1 year and 71 days, which we can fast forward to. Now I just had a quick hop on before I started rolling, and as you can see, the lab has the ability to level up all our crew. And what has happened is our scientists have gone from 1 star to 2 and 3 stars, which means that our science has now went up considerably per day. It's cool. So now I'll just kill this, and I'll add another alarm that will go off when the science lab fills up. Okay, there we go. Alarm, please. So that shaved off about 6 days from when our science met, which is cool. Okay. So this maneuver node happens in a year 71 days. It's cool. What I want to do now is I want to see, because we have been transmitting science, let's see how much science we do have, and I want to start spending some of it. So we have 6,100 units of science, which is absolutely amazing. And our science lab is fully upgraded, so that means there is no limitation. Can raid. Let's have a look at what I want to go for the big hitters first. Let's see. Okay, this is what I want first. The RA100 relay antenna. This will give us the maximum amount of range for our communication, and this will let us place a relay antennae in just about any planet. That should still give us enough communication to Kerbin, sorry. So we'll get that. I don't think we need this at this point. Let's look. A rechargeable battery bank, and of course a fuel cell array. I think we've already got a fuel cell, which is cool, but a fuel cell array would be handy. And of course we have the full battery bank, so that. Thermoelectric generator is nice, but we don't really need it at this point. It's a nice to have. We have very heavy rocketry. Cool, this gives us the Rhino engine, which is my favorite rocket engine. So that. A large volume containments. So some large fuel tanks, some cargo container. This is cool, we'll have that. High performance fuel systems, which gives us some very large fuel tanks still, so definitely that. And of course the massive rocketry, which gives us the biggest engines and fuel tanks in the game for another 1,000. Okay, how are we looking? We're down to 2,600 units of science. That's cool. Actuators will give us a grabbing unit. We'll have that. Composites will give us all of this, which is cool. Do we need any of it? So we have an inline clampatron. We have some airstream protector shells, which are fairings. Oh, a harpoon. bunch of structural things and station building gear and so on. That's definitely nice to have, but I'm not sure if I want to commit to it just yet. What else do we have? Some nice station parts as well, which is cool. Nanolathing gives us the electromagnet. That's cool. Okay, these are all really nice to have. I just want to see what else is on the agenda. Retraction launch clamps. So these launch clamps are really handy. We'll have that. Now let's upgrade. Let's get some airplane parts as well. Field science. Field science gives us a command seat. We'll have that. And the makeshift rover autopilot will have. Advanced motors will give us the large Rovemax model wheels. I like those. We'll have those. How are we doing? How are we doing? So we're down to 970 units of science. So we've chewed through quite a bit of our science. So this one gives us automated ascent, landing, and spaceplane guidance for makeshift. We'll have that. 600 units of science. What else do we want? Okay, this is definitely a nice to have. Makeshift features rendezvous and docking. Do we want to have anything else? We're down to 670 units. Bunch of tiny engines, which is cool. Bunch of airplane parts. 100. Yeah, I'm not really too keen on airplane parts. I do want to get these. Like, I want to be able to make SSOs, but just not what we want at the moment. Ion thrusters are nice, but you know, they just take forever, and I kind of prefer to not really use ions at all. I prefer to use nuclear propulsion. You can get away with it. Ions will give you an incredible amount of range, but you kind of just have to wait forever, and it takes a ton of energy. It's my personal. Okay, well, I think I will go for the rendezvous and docking autopilot and guidance. We now have 120 units left. This is worth 160, and that is the cheapest unit as well. So I think that is all of our science expended. So let it. We do. What I can do now is I can go to our science lab, our Atlas Explorer, and just fast forward until they get to their maneuver node. So the maneuver node is gonna happen in 1 year, 71 days. They'll do a full sort of orbit around Kerbal before they do another maneuver, which will bring them into an intercept of Kerbin, and then another maneuver there to circularize. Or we can do something over here. Let's have a look at Kerbin and let's see if we can do something well. Now, I do know that we have a mission. We have a mission to rescue Obzor. Right? Not entirely sure what Obzor has there, but what I can do is I can try to bring one of these unmanned vehicles closer to Obzor, and we can have a closer look at what he has at disposal. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So let's go to crew delivery. Okay, crew delivery ship. This guy, spiffy, but he has no modules or crew seats. A quick open of all these bays and having side, yep. Very much an autonomous probe. However, once we are close enough to a rescue craft, we start getting control over it, and the Kerbonaut on board automatically joins our program. I am going plot a course for intercept. Observes heap. Yep. So we'll attempt moment transfer. Try to get. Okay, now that's. Yeah, let's do some fine tuning here. So, orbit. There we go. Beautiful. Well, let's fast forward to that maneuver node. And up on that. There we go. Minutes to go, and we're going to turn for just 4 seconds. Sure that the engine is indeed enabled. From a forward-facing part. Carefully with our minutes to go. Fast forward a little bit. Okay, 4 seconds and okay. And 19. Have a look at our intercept. 6.3 kilometers, 6.3 kilometers and 100.4 second. Plus point closer. Here is Observer's heap, and we're in for intercept. Might just try to do adjustment. Can reduce minimum thrust at the moment and just watching as numbers go down. Four, 5. Okay. Stalled out at about 3.8 kilometers. Apart. Where's the target? It can get that to be kilometers. Lovely. Another separation of 1.9 kilometers and 102 meters per second separation. Now we'll fast forward. start slowing down already. Okay. Right. We're now about flush, about 750. Okay. Slow our relative velocity down to 0 and then turn towards the target. Course heat coming in at 21 meters per second, roughly 70 kilometers. So just a second. 200 meters separation. Oops. Okay, I'm just. Hundred meters separate. Nice and close now. .1 meters. Killing velocity now. Switch to that module. Hello? Oh well, hello, gorgeous. If only this thing had a parachute, we could actually return with this module. Such as it is, it does not. So, Observer Kerman, you can get out. Of course, the unmanned probe cannot host you at the moment. I haven't really thought this through. What we need now is basically just to bring up a craft to come along and intercept Obsor's heap and just go home again, you know? Well, for now, we have completed a contract parameter, that is, Obsor is been saved, apparently. And he's now part of the space program crew, which means that we can select Obsor's heap, control it. Fortunately, there really isn't much to control. It has no power or anything for that matter. What we might be able to do is we might be able to just fly up there and deliver him some tools so that he can put on a parachute. But he doesn't. Has no ablator. He has no power. He has nothing. Anyway, that's a little bit of fun, I suppose. I'm gonna jump over to our Atlas Explorer, and we can begin fast forwarding. To... Okay, science lab has filled up with science. Okay. Science. Okay, that's all the science. Let's review our data. Single bit of useful science in terms of this lab. Oh, fine, I guess. Well, add another alarm. There we go. That's gonna happen in 7 days. Science is now 650. Okay, let's resume fast forwarding. Yeah, 359 days away from our maneuver, and our science lab is filling it in. And we actually cannot transmit our science far away from. Well, that rather sucks. Simply too far away from Kerbin to our science. Okay. 325 days, just under 10 months away from our next. And get any kind of connection. No, there's a relay coming by, but that relay is 268. Of course, there are mods that will have your Kerbal's needs, like food, oxygen, supplies like that. Stock Kerbal Space Program doesn't have. Basically, if I had a mod that, I believe it's called Kerbalism, if I had that installed, this definitely would not be possible. Which is just as well, really. Mods like that, they tend to make you a lot more cautious and a lot less forgiving. So if you run out of power, your Kerbals will just die. They'll either starve to death or suffocate. And you know, later on I might, if I'm so inclined, I might see if I can install something like that. At the moment, we're very much thankful Kerbal still being alive. Of course, if I had that installed, I never would have even attempted to reach out for the outer planets until I had a self-sufficient craft. So it's neither here nor there. 178 days to go. Not sure where our maneuver node is. I think that might be it. It's actually, it's two orbits away. 146 days to go. Still going at full 100,000 tons. Still no connection base. So we are getting close. We should start getting signals soon, and we can start transmitting some of the science home. Here we go. Okay, we just have a single bar, and we can hopefully transmit. No. Excellent. It's another transmission. Still transmitting science home. Really? Could transmit more science? Single point of science. Okay. So that brings us up to 1100 science. Add another alarm. And that's going to happen after our maneuver. Time warp. Is we have a very faint signal with Kerbin. Always good to have a connection to. "90 days to maneuver." I was wrong, it is another orbit to go, so 80 days to go. "60 days to go." "30 days to go." There. Getting almost full bars connected to curb. Change. Thing. 4, 3, 1 day. Lovely. We are 4 minutes away. Okay, now let's make sure we're oriented correctly. Okay. So maneuver node, make sure that all engines that are supposed to be on are on and all the not are not. 6 minutes to burn. Get rid of it now. Fast forward. That we only need to burn for 11 seconds. Fast forward until it's closer. 3 seconds to burn. Of course, at this range we cannot see carbon, or if we could, it'd be very, very small. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Throttling up. And max throttle. Engine cut it. Now the 4.2 meters per second adjusted with burn a little bit more. There we go. Let's have a look. Focusing urban and looks like our maneuver node work. We have 1586 meters per second. Periapsis here. Lovely. That is going to work. As long as our delta V calculations aren't wrong, I realize should be. Really there now. Slowly rotating. Beautiful. Add another maneuver node for the next maneuver, which is 36 days. Start fast forwarding again. "30 days to go." Okay, finally approaching Kerbin now. Oh, looks like we are maxing out science once again. Yep, that is, well, it's not entirely full science, but lovely. And nice and quick. 12 hours away from our circularization turn. And our Kerbinauts have successfully returned to at least upper Kerbin orbit. Outer in orbit. Okay. 1 hour, 29 minutes. Home is in sight, boys and girls. You just hang in there now. 2 minutes 50 seconds. We only need to burn for 31 seconds, and hopefully, fingers crossed, our delta V calculations will be correct. Okay, this is as good a time as any, starting to throttle up. So far so good, 1000 meters per second delta V remaining, 500 meters per second left in the maneuver node. 300 meters to go. Meters per second. 100. 50. Engine cut out. Maybe good. We have a distant orbit of Kerbin. Does not look like we're gonna accidentally collide with Minmus. Good. Home is within spitting distance. Well done. Let's see if leveling up crew. Nobody's ready to upgrade yet. That's fine. We collected some more data apparently. It does not look like anything useful for the lab, but some of it we'll be able to take home. There we are. Now we have another 429 meters per second left in this lab, and I don't really want to take it back down to Kerbin. Instead, what I want to do is try to refuel it up here and then send it on another attempt some other time. But that is going to have to wait until next time. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you then.